Hey, I'm Suzy. Thanks for joining me for 30 minutes of dance. Today's class is a cross-training class for dancers. Create a space where you can perhaps use a mat, a chair, or I'll be using a large block as my ballet bar today. You could also use a wall if that makes more sense in your space, but open it up, wear something comfortable. I'll be working in socks, which I've rolled the heel down so that I can have a little more grip, but ballet shoes could work, athletic shoes will work as well. You just want to be able to slide and glide the feet. So as you come to begin, we really want to feel that we're building the flexibility and the stability in the hands and the feet. Right, so that's really the work of our port-a-bras here. And as you come to stand with your feet parallel to start and then open them up to turn them out. So using a chair or the wall, something just to ground yourself here so that you can turn out and turn in. Getting a feel for what muscles actually turn the legs out in the hips, right? And bring you back to parallel and broaden the low back. So just easy, turning in, turning out. Now as you work with this, perhaps hands on the hips, one hand in support, or you might find that you could create a little circle in line with your navel and turn the feet out and turn the feet in. Now, as you're doing this, you'll feel that the lift is actually coming from the pelvic floor, right? We're lifting, we're pulling up, and you start to sense the core connection all the way down from the roots of your core into the roots of the earth. Now come back to parallel. Take one hand to your support and just turn out your right leg and then turn in and take a little demi-plie. So turn out the right leg, turn back to parallel, little plie. Mindful that you're not taking the knees too far forward past the toes. It's very subtle to start. Again, feeling that zipper from the base of the pubic bone, from the base of the pelvic floor, zipping all the way up towards your heart. Take one more. Back to center. Now you can alternate hands or maybe test your balance. Just the left leg's gonna turn out and then zip it up to parallel, little demi-plie. Turn it out, parallel, a little softening. And as you turn it out, finding that work in the hips, in the core. And as you come back to that plie, there's a lift before you lower. Again, just start to hear the music moving. Oh, I started feeling the music and wanted to do more plies. Oh my goodness. Try one more. Okay, now turn the legs out. Now, as you center yourself here, I'm gonna step away from the support, but please feel free to use it as you need. Arms broaden, like you're just hugging the space in front of you. And let's take a little demi-plie here. Inner thighs spiral to outer knees. Outer knees are moving towards your second and third toes. And then zip it up and see if you can pull up and engage, feeling very present. Bend the knees, and then zip it up. Good. Now, gather some energy here. Plie with an easy port-a-bras. Open, and scoop, and present, right? Just put your heart out there, energy out there. Ah, feels good to be in your body. Feels good to take some deep breaths in and out through your nose. And then gently, from here, step your right leg out and come into a second position. Now, this doesn't have to be the widest stride you've ever had, just something where you feel like your legs are right underneath you. And then bend the knees and then come back to center, hands low. Sweep the arms out, easy bend, and then zip it up, come back to the center. As the arms reach out and the knees bend, then you scoop up from the belly to the ribs to the chest. Again, sending the energy out and in. Good. Right here, come back to center. Now, if you want to use your support, go ahead and lift and shift, pushing off to your left leg, pointing the right leg, little tendu. Now, close it down, first position, point the foot, right, so articulating through the feet, and then step into your wider stride, alternate. Now you're gonna shift the weight up and over to your right side, point the left toes, and then close and gather, and then sweep it out, plie through the center, and then let's just add on side to side, linking tendu, plie, second position, sweep out tendu, and close in first. Tendu, plie, alternate tendu, and first. Now just let it feel good, right? Oh, it doesn't have to be so ballet. It could just be you stretching, centering, yawning, and gathering some presence, right? Inhale, exhale, inhale, and center. Little plie here, open. And settle in, and push off. And then bring it back to center. Let it be groovy. Again, last set. And sink in, push off. And center with a little, and one more. And plie, and rise, and set yourself so that your left hand is on your support. Open towards first position. Again, it's maybe 45-degree angle. Doesn't have to be Baryshnikov, right? We already have one of those. God bless them. All right, so inhale. You're gonna sweep the right arm out and tendu in front. Lift the leg slightly, a couple inches off the floor, and then back to first and close. Tendu, little lift, point, and close. Now taking it behind you, if you need both hands on the support, you're going to tendu back, turning it out, lift from your center, point, and close, back to the side again, tendu, and lift, and lower, plie. Take a deep breath in. Let's reach the arms straight up and over. Come back to parallel. Bend the knees, little circle of the arms. Now, little soutenu turn here. So your right leg is gonna cross over. Use the support as you need, and then you'll shift sides. As you come into this, I'm going to imagine I'm using the chair here. And now your left leg is going to be your working leg. Right leg is strong, steady pillar of energy. And as you root down and rise up, inhale, take your left toes out. You're gonna take the tendu, zip it up, little pulley system as you point and lift, and then close it back down, first position. Taking it out to the side, point, a little lift from the base, and then lower, and close in first. Pointing behind you. And again, if you need, push down through the support, lift the leg behind you, feel the glutes working a little bit there, pull up through your low belly, point and close. And then to the side, one more time, lift, point, close, plie. Come back parallel, little demi, and then gently bring yourself to cross over. Now the left leg is gonna step across, and then watch your way, use the support all the way around. Well done. Right side, first position, inhale, gather. And now as you anchor, extend the right leg out for a rond de jambe, right? Easy circle. Now, if you're feeling a little jazzy, you could just circle the hips. Right? Oh, that feels nice, right? This is, where rond de jambe could take us, right? And our ballet feel for rond de jambe is a little more contained, right? So take that essence, that spiraling energy, and then extend your right leg out. Feel that circle as you take the leg out behind, and then swing it on through. Maybe there's even a little moment where it brushes off the floor. Take it out, take it behind, and then swing it on through. Out, behind, scooping the arms, swing through. Last one, rond de jambe. As you bring it through, take a moment here, cross it over. All right, here's our dance. Soutenu, use the support as you need. And then find your way to step and stride, first position. Using the support, and then inhale, your left leg is gonna be your lead leg. Let's bend the knees for a moment, let it be jazzy, find the circle, the essence of that spiral, and the energy you're sort of revving up for, right? And then contain it. Bring it back into ballet mindset here. As you refine your energy, point the foot out in front, take it out to the side, bring it behind you. I may have to inch a little forward. Yeah, oh, see, my legs are getting longer. Who knew? All right, take it out to the side, behind you, and then swing it through. Little lift, find the air, and then point, rond de jambe, bring it all the way through. A little sweep and lift, and all the way around. All right, let's feel your legs getting longer. Rise, circle all the way around. One more time. Reach up. And then from here, bend the standing leg. It's a little pivot, all right? And you're gonna turn around. Adding on a little variation here. First position. Inhale, take a plie, and then lift your heels. Now from here, lower the heels. Lift the heels, lift your low belly in. Stay lifted through your center and stretch the heels back down. Stand tall. Bend the knees. Lift the heels. Lower the heels as you lift at your core and stand tall. Just feel the elasticity, all the power you have as you lift your heels. Stay lifted at your center as you lower the heels and stand tall. Good, shake it out if you need. Sort of circle the hips around. Woo. And then let's add on. Turning the toes out, first position. Good, inhale, tendu forward. Take the rond de jambe all the way through and around. Pause here. And then bring the leg to a little coupe so that the toes are maybe at ankle. If it feels good in your body, to glide the leg up a little bit higher so that you come into more of a passe energy, and then maybe test your balance. Keep breathing, all right? And it's okay to fall over, right? As long as you're breathing, all right? Don't hold your breath. Just try to balance. Balance out your breath, steady your gaze, and then see if you can just feel the container of your energy. Very graceful, seamless. And then gently release, tendu forward, circle around, rond de jambe, reach behind with the toes, and then coupe, passe, little elevator ride, and then test your balance. Right, balance is a constant act of negotiation. And one more time, you're gonna point the toes out. Woo, standing leg, right? Hello, you're feeling it now? Strong, determined, coupe, passe, balance. Well done. Plie, first position. Take a moment, little pivot turn. Let's come back to parallel. Step your right foot forward, a little pivot, and then step to parallel. First position, second side. So again, you can use whatever support you need. I'm gonna step forward and imagine that I have my hand pressing down to help zip my energy up. As we turn the toes out, easy, very calm, first position, yeah. So we lift and shift the weight to the standing leg and present the left toes forward. Now, take your rond de jambe all the way around, just drawing this little half circle, and then thread and reach the arm forward and through, looking out past, elegantly past your middle finger here. Now, the leg comes to coupe, the toes could even keep a kickstand down, yeah? Toes in the earth. Or perhaps to the ankle, to passe, below the knee, little lift. Test your balance. Woo! Things may waver, that's okay. And then unwind. You're gonna stretch the leg forward again. Open it wide. Circle all the way around. Get taller, get taller, get taller. Hug the navel in as you bring the leg coupe, passe. Test your balance. Maybe even turn the corners of your mouth upward. And that smile is gonna help you stand tall here as you take your last one. Coupe, passe, wow. And step the leg out and, oh, let's plie, sorry, plie. Oh, gonna bring it home, yes. Close the deal. And then parallel, step slightly forward, a little turn around, and then bring yourself to center. So if you need balance, a little support, companion, all right, you're having a pas de deux, right? Doing a duet there. Feel free. Otherwise, come back to the center. And then inhale, bring the hands, just to create this circle of energy in front of you. Little plie. And then take the arms out and breathe. Now the right leg is gonna reach forward, but allow it to bend and scoop up, right? So kind of like that little piqué sort of lift there. And then you're gonna swing it back behind you. Look behind you, make sure you're not gonna kick anything or anyone. As you reach back, let the leg bend in a little attitude. So swing it forward, little lift, and then bring the hands together as you swing it back. Now maybe you don't take the toes off the floor at all, right? This is one way to kind of clean your floor if you have the socks on. But if you can let it kind of swing, maybe just let it be easy, right? Less like ballet and more you and how your day is going and what you might need to shrug off and wiggle out of and find that freedom in the hip. Step, shake it out, dance it off a little bit, as you need. And then plant yourself, turn the legs out slightly, check the space behind you if you need to take a little stride forward. And then plie, center. And from here, bring the hands out in front. So easy tendu with a little ease in the bend of the leg there, and then maybe pick it up just an inch off the floor or so. Swing it back behind you. All right, hands, the hips could help. You might use your support still. A little attitude. And I just like that attitude is, you could open, you could close. It's called attitude, and you can bring some attitude to it. Yeah? I'm like, what? So you swing it through. Right, or it's ballet. Open and close as you feel good. Circle it out some, swing it out. Woo! Just feeling the test of your balance. Good. Now walk the legs out, a little wider than hips width. I want you to reach up and out in an X shape. And then from here, little side bend down your left side in parallel and back up into the X. Down your right side into the X. And then go side to side. Just feeling this side bend, helping to energize you here. It feels good after all the work that we've been doing turned out. Kind of sit into the hip and give the glutes a moment of stretch there, side to side. Good. All right, come back to center. Inhale, take the arms out, heel, toe your feet back in. Let's walk towards your chair, and as you're able and as it feels comfortable in your body, we'll simply step back into a lunge. So step your right leg back using the support, coming into, let's call it a dancer's lunge, right? Why is it a runner's lunge? Let's call it a dancer's lunge. And then find your way to the floor, stepping back to all fours. Now, if your knees are sensitive, feel free to pad them, use a blanket, fold over the mat. But as we come to all fours, working on some functional core strength. Hands directly underneath your shoulders, right? Testing our balance here on all fours. Extend your right arm out in front on your mat, or if you can, lift it up a little higher. Extend the left leg back, ball of the foot. Feel this diagonal line from your right thumbs up to your left inner heel. And now as you breathe here, draw the navel in, draw your back ribs in, and maybe even lift the back leg. Now this may be enough, right? It's harder than it may look, right? Balance it out, and then draw the knee toward your elbow and extend it back out. You can keep the ball of the foot or float it up. Draw the knee in and extend, keeping the spine long, maybe lift it up. One more time, coiling in, hug and hollow it out, extending, lifting, and planting the hands, bending the knees. If it feels good to you to settle back, hips towards heels, option. If that's not so friendly for your knees, come on down onto your forearms and just let your shoulders relax. Let your belly breathe. And you might even wag your tail a little here, just between sides, or let your head go. One more breath. Zip everything up and then come back to center. You'll plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Second side. So extend, and again, it could be the hand on the floor. The left hand's gonna reach forward, inflate the back of the body. Pull your energy up out of the earth, and then perhaps thumbs up, you're gonna reach the arm towards the sky. Right leg, feeling that diagonal, you'll thread back and reach through the right heel. Take a deep breath. Maybe the thumb lifts, the shoulders pull in and down, and you might consider floating the right leg off the floor. Now exhale, draw your knee and your elbow toward one another. Keep the spine long. Again, you can tap the ball of the foot, feel that traction, or coil in and extend. Again, lift, a little hug, and reach, and then lower down, plant your hands, rest, knees, hips to heels, releasing the low back here, perhaps, or honor the knees, stay at 90, and come to your forearms and let it breathe. Without dropping the head off, keep the head and the tail in the same line, but easy bobble of the head, release the shoulders, draw the navel in and up. Now gently finding your way onto your belly. So if you're on your forearms, you could step the knees back and lower down. If you're on your hands, lower gently through a modified push-up. And as you come down, we start to awaken the back core. So come onto your belly, if it's comfortable, and rest your head on your hands. Now, if it's challenging to breathe in that way, stay up on your forearms and just let your hips sway, your shoulders sway. You feel an ease of movement here. If it feels good to you to come all the way down, resting your head on your hands, you could wag your tail, you could bend your knees and allow for a little tick-tock like a clock or windshield wiper legs, rinsing and clearing to free up the low back, right? Some of that standing work, especially the turned out work, it really needs some release work, and this is where we'll find it. Yeah, so come on down. And then bring the hands in a little closer for a gentle cobra. So head's on your spine, keep your gaze forward, and then pull the belly button off the floor any amount. Try to lift your ribs off the floor any amount. And then lift your chest with your head on your spine as though you were pulling yourself across the mat forward. And then come down, rest your left cheek of your face. Now inhale, pulling up again, belly, ribs, chest, and turn the other cheek. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Now, if you like, you could do this without the hands even. You could rest your arms in goalpost as you come down, left cheek, and pulling up, arms in goalpost, right cheek, and up. You could even walk the arms out in front and just turn your head. Right, wherever you feel you can breathe the most evenly. And then gently come back all the way down through Cobra. Cobra really is just a heart opening, pulling your energy forward, pulling the navel off the floor, and feeling as though the back of the body is empowered by the core. Now press yourself back towards hands and knees and sit off to your left hip for a moment. Now, as you come up, we'll take an easy seated stretch. It may not be easy for us all, I know, but it's a classic. So come to a butterfly position. Walk your hips back so that you're perched nice and high on the sits bones, and then into a butterfly shape, or maybe it's a little further out, like it's a diamond, right? Butterfly's in a little closer. If the knees are really high and you feel constricted or round in your low back, sit tall, give yourself the grace of a little more space, and then feel this hinge at the hips, just a slight lean at the hips, leaning in the right direction. Now, as you inhale, feel the spine long, and as you exhale, just relax. So this seated butterfly shape really is the essence of our plie, right? That turned out position. You might even flex the feet and, find that plie energy. Sitting tall, try not to round. I know it's challenging, but don't worry about how far forward you get, just how tall, how light, how open might you feel here. Flexing the feet and then pointing the toes, and flexing the feet and pointing the toes. Feel that slight rock at the hip, that little hinge, and flex one more time. See if you might consider lifting the heels off the mat, and then relax. Lifting the heels and relax. Lifting the heels and relax. A little floor bar here and relax. Good, bring the toes back together. Give your ankles a little massage, your calves. If you can get to your toes, just come on down and say thank you and give them a little squeeze. All right, thank you for carrying us through. Send the legs out in front and just pedal it out. And shrug the shoulders. Oh, we're dancing here. Reach up. And then bring the hands to the heart. Give yourself a little round of applause for trying something maybe a little different today and isolating some particular movements. To transition back to standing, let's shift off to your left side. Crawl back to hands and knees. If you'd like, use your support as you step your left leg forward into the runner's lunge, and then either hands to hips to stand, or use the support pressing down to stand tall. And thank you for dancing with me today. I'm Suzy. I look forward to moving with you again soon. Have a beautiful day.